All right, hey guys, last thing for today, we're going to talk about your reading story, okay? I want you to first reread it today, read it out loud to someone that's listening to you. That way they can help you if you need help, and just so we can hear your fluency. But I also need you to get a sheet of paper and a pencil because we are going to answer these questions on page 418 on a sheet of paper, okay? So your first question is, where in your community might you see the flag flying based on what you learned in the text? Now, this is a text-to-world connection. That means that you're connecting what you've read to something out in the world. So, if we flip back through our story, where are some places that our story said that you might see the flag flying? Okay, specifically, maybe look right here on these pages. Okay, now, we know that we may see them at a sporting event. We see them in our what every morning when we do the Pledge of Allegiance. So those are some hints that you can put on your paper. Okay, number 2. Why do you think the author wrote about the American flag? So you're thinking like an author. What's the purpose of his writing? What do you think it was? Was he trying to make us giggle the whole time? Was he trying to make us cry? Was he trying to persuade us to like something? No, probably not. He wanted to give us what about the history of our flag? Okay. Next, it wants you to talk about the author's purpose again. Using text evidence. Why did the author show flags from the Revolution on page 405? Well, let's go back and let's look at page 405 and think about that very quickly. Okay, these are all the different flags from the Revolutionary War. We know during the Revolution, the colonists used lots of different flags. Okay, so this was obviously before we came together as a what? As a nation. Okay, and to show that our flag did not always look the what. So look at all those different flags. So our flag, we didn't have one as a whole nation at first, and these are all the different ones from the colonies. Okay, let's look at our next question. Our next question asks us to summarize. Okay, that's a reading skill. Summarize what you have learned about the design of the flag. Now, I don't want you to write a big, huge paragraph. Just give me maybe two little facts in 2 sentences, how and what you have learned about the flag. Now, number 5 is very important. It's the one that's usually on our test. We're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to give you a few sentence starters to help you. And I do want that one answered on a sheet of paper and stuck in that envelope. Look back at page 409. Why did Francis Scott Key write the Star-Spangled Banner? Provide evidence to support your answer. So the first thing we need to do is we need to turn back to page 409. We need to read it. But in the early morning light, he saw the stars and stripes. It was still flying above the fort. That has an exclamation mark. That means he's amazed, excited. It gave him hope. He knew American soldiers had won the battle. He felt very proud. Okay? He wrote a poem about the flag on the fort. The poem was The Star-Spangled Banner. Later, the poem was put to music, and this song about our flag became a song for our whole country. So he wrote it because he felt what? What did he specifically feel? Point to that sentence for me, like we do in class. Yes, Key felt very proud that the American soldiers had won the battle. Okay. So what I want you to write and focus on is using this language, okay? Francis Scott Key wrote, and make sure you use those quotation marks because that's how you're marking that it's a title, the Star-Spangled Banner, and copy it exactly with those capitals because it's a proper noun, because he felt, okay, period. He felt proud because... What's that sentence I'm going to read? He knew American soldiers had won the... Okay. And then your last sentence. I found this on page 409. Bye, guys.